Hello and welcome to the second game between Animorph and TimBaler in the losers bracket in the Line War tournament. So it's TimBaler who has picked this map because he lost the first game against Animorph, as kinda expected, to be honest. Animorph is a top player, and TimBaler is a good player, but is probably not a top 10 or top 20 player. I don't know. It's hard to tell where exactly people are on that list or that leaderboard, especially now that the leaderboards are not really reliable anymore. There was a time when leaderboards was actually meaningful and you could kind of see, okay, if this guy is 35 but this guy is 25, then the 25 ranked are usually better, but it could be close. Now it's just I don't even look at it, so I have no idea where they are on that list, because ranked games are not really a thing anymore. But then it's good that we have these tournaments, so we can see how much people have progressed. But just by watching the starting positions, you can see that Animorph is way more aggressive. He picked a better central starting point. He does grab the town as a start. So does TimBaler, and he's actually put his other territories towards the central as well. So it's not a bad starting position, so to speak, by TimBaler. It was more maybe the picking phase that didn't go so well, because TimBaler is kind of trapped up here. Not yet, of course, but Animorph certainly has the potential to cut him off and have more or less the whole map for himself. But TimBaler does the right thing and push towards the middle ASAP, instead of spending all his troops just wandering around in the corner of the map, especially in such a big map. So to be honest, it's more about how much of a fight can TimBaler put up against Animorph. But you never know, and it would be fun to see a surprise win. There haven't been many surprise wins in the second stage, like in the knockout stage, as I recall. My biggest one was probably Nickname just beating Animorph 2-0. I think that's the biggest one. All other games, well, maybe also just welcome to beating Keaton 2-0. We haven't had a single. Oh yeah, Easy and Harko had a two win to Harko and one to Easy. So yeah, spoiler alert for all the other games, by the way. I assume that either you have already watched them or you won't watch them, or you already know the result. So I guess sorry if you don't. So Animorph does down a town, so does TimBaler. And TimBaler actually, yeah, he also put his buildings close to the fight, so that's good. And he's going for a few tanks with this territory, this factory in the back. Build a single industry, and they know where each other are now. Animorph is expanding with. He's okay. He's going directly for TimBaler's gas. Okay. Animorph is going more of a infantry approach with some SAMs to cover for air, and then he just have capping lines all over the place, so his units can walk for the next few minutes, few hours. I was about to say, it's almost a few hours. And Animorph does actually dig in here. Let's see what. And TimBaler just nope. He doesn't want any of that. Which makes Animorph push, and he can actually kind of push him from both sides here, and trap TimBaler's army. And now he gets an idea of TimBaler's tanks with the with the commandos, and didn't find any gas. You can see this actually, but he's going for the town for now. Let's just quickly look at the eco. 500 and 500, so very equal. Just like the first game. So TimBaler is good at keeping up with the eco in the beginning. And he's just moving along with these troops. Maybe his plan is to start capping somewhere along this line. He wants to turn them around. It could be that TimBaler feels like it's now or never. Push through or die in the game anyways. And unlucky for TimBaler, this guy will be tough to spot with tanks just in your own territory. So a single commando will now give a nice return of investment by killing that town on his own. TimBaler already spotted this gas. That is a very brave gas, but Animorph hasn't conquered any of these gases down south yet. TimBaler does get this barracks. Animorph puts down a expansion / new frontline barracks. And TimBaler has a single unit. I wonder if he realizes it. Unfortunately, his attack doesn't push through, but he will most definitely get this gas as well. But this guy is just having the time of his life. He will go home with a bunch of medals. And Animorph puts down even more barracks here to put some pressure from a new front line. So that's a good kill by TimBaler. Unfortunately, he might lose his own gas up here. And he checks for the second gas, but it's definitely not up there. I think that's also a sign of Animorph taking this game a bit lightly. I don't think he would have put down a gas here against Nickname. So maybe a bit too overconfident. And Baler does manage to defend this. But he's getting pushed back at the main front. And I guess Animorph is ahead eco-wise now. 680 versus 530. So TimBaler is kind of stalled. And that makes perfect sense because he's spending all his units on attacking. He does put down another town. So he knows he needs a bit more eco. And he has this guy capping and two guys up here, but it's just not enough compared to Animorph, which actually doesn't have that many either. But I guess just having 9 units for Animorph is already triple the amount of TimBaler. TimBaler starts to cap with the tanks. The tanks are not the best at capping compared to their costs. They're not the most efficient. Animorph is actually also capping up here, so he's really closing off. So he knows where TimBaler is. And I think TimBaler forgot about this guy. Maybe. I wonder if Animorph has spotted it. Yeah, he has. Tim puts down another town. But he will soon be in quite a bit of trouble here. In the back of his own home. This transport jet just keeps providing reinforcements. And the Tim's guy down here unfortunately didn't make it. And I think it will just start to steamroll now. Though actually Tim caught up with Animorph. It's also going a bit slow for Animorph. But it does put down some eco now. And this will be tough for TimBaler because he's already having trouble here, and now he has to split up his army in two. And all these helis are gonna cause a lot of trouble. Because Tim only has these 3 SAMs at the main front line. And soon enough, a third front line will open. He doesn't actually spot it yet. So I think it's safe to say that, like, in the beginning it was going well for TimBaler, but he didn't expand. Like, he needed to expand more up here and expand, of course, here. That this is the tanks capping, but he should have had like built a barracks here as soon as he reached this point and started to kind of expand both south and even more west. And so should he have done down south here, because it was going good in the beginning when they had about similar eco. Tim does try to push through with the tanks and get some of the eco buildings. That's definitely a good move. They might be a bit too damaged and unlucky for TimBaler. Animorph has the helis ready, though he is struggling with gas, so could maybe do it. He won't manage to, unfortunately. On the other hand, Animorph gets TimBaler's town. Or maybe it will. Will be close. Because I don't think they have much HP, these guys. They do get it. So nice, a nice snipe by TimBaler. But this is a artillery blob starting to form, and Animorph also attacking this town with the commandos. So these commandos has been really good for Animorph, and there you go. Congratulations to Animorph for advancing in the tournament, and unfortunately Tim is out, but thanks for participating. It was a tough one. I would have been kicked out for certain as well if I met Animorph, so TimBaler was just in an unlucky position. He would play Animorph or nickname no matter what. So so that's a early stuff in the tournament for most players right there. But thanks for being part of the tournament. Hope you had a bunch of fun, and it was at least fun to watch the games. Good luck to Animorph in the future games, and I hope to see you around for the next one. Bye.